Hello CA Foundation students. Most of you asked me to make a video covering chapter-wise marks allocation of all the subjects. What are the changes made from CA Foundation old course to new course and other generic information like paper pattern, how many times exam will be conducted in the year and so on. This video covers all the topics in detail. Let's start from how many subjects are there in the syllabus. There are totally 4 subjects in CA Foundation. Accounting, Business, Laws. The starting 2 papers, they are subjective papers which are written for 3 hours. The next 2 papers, Quantitative Aptitude and Business Economics, are objective type MCQ papers which are for 2 hours in the examination. Let's discuss each of these subjects in detail now. The first subject is accounting. Earlier in old syllabus, it was known as Principles and Practices of Accounting, where there were 10 chapters. Now, as per the new scheme, there are totally 11 chapters, where chapter number 9, Accounts from Incomplete Records, have been moved from CA Intermediate syllabus to Foundation. In each of the chapters, minor changes have been made. Like in the first chapter, Theoretical Framework, earlier, Ind AS related concepts were added, which has been removed now from the syllabus. So, Ind AS has been deleted. Similarly, when we come to chapter number 5, Depreciation and Amortization, amortization of intangible assets has been included in the syllabus now. Major changes have been made in the next chapter, Accounting for Special Transactions. In old scheme, lot of small topics like goods sent on approval or return, consignment accounts, students' favorite, average due date, account current, all of them have been removed from the syllabus now. Major reason for this removal is our accounting system have changed. Lot of accounting softwares can do these work on their own. Hence, it is not required for CA Foundation students to study in detail. Major changes are even made in partnership accounts, which is chapter number 10. Earlier, there was lot of theory with respect to LLP accounts. That theoretical part has been removed because it's already covered in law subject. But some practical questions of LLP and dissolution of partnership firms, which was earlier there in intermediate, has been moved to CA Foundation syllabus. Similarly, there is lot of addition in company accounts as well, like redemption of preference shares and debentures, accounting for bonus issue and right issue. All these have been included in the syllabus. Coming to paper number 2, Business Laws. If anyone had studied this in old scheme, they would have learnt it under the name Business Laws and BCR. Law for 60 marks, BCR for 40 marks. Now that BCR portion has been completely removed and law has been made from 60 to 100 marks. It's actually a good news to a lot of students because there is not much addition in the portion. The same portion that you studied for law has been made to 100 marks. Coming to chapter-wise changes in law paper, Chapter 1, Indian Regulatory Framework, and Chapter number 7, Negotiable Instruments Act, have been added to the syllabus. The reason for introducing this first chapter is lot of students did not know what is the function of regulatory bodies like SEBI, RBI, Ministry of Corporate Affairs, Ministry of Finance, etc. So these basic level questions have been included in first chapter. In Indian Contract Act 1872, this was split between 2 levels, foundation and intermediate. Now, from intermediate level, they have moved lot of topics to CA Foundation level, like contract of indemnity and guarantee, contract of bailment and pledge, contract of agency. All these topics have been added, but the chapter was there even in earlier syllabus. Coming to last chapter, Negotiable Instruments Act, this has again been added from CA Intermediate to CA Foundation level. There is no deletion in the syllabus, so all other chapters like the Sale of Goods Act, the Indian Partnership Act, all those chapters remain the same. As I mentioned earlier, the starting 2 subjects, that is accounting and business laws, are subjective papers in which you are writing the examination for 3 hours. Now, quantitative aptitude and subject number 4, economics, are objective papers, MCQ based papers, in which there is negative marking if you give wrong answer. For each wrong answer that you mark, 0.25 marks will be cut. Coming to paper number 3, earlier this was known as Business Mathematics, Logical Reasoning and Statistics. I teach this subject, but currently it is renamed as Quantitative Aptitude. The marks allocation in between remains the same. Business mathematics is for 40 marks, logical reasoning is for 20, and statistics is for 40 marks. Coming to chapters, totally there are 18 chapters. Even now there are 18 chapters except for two minor additions, which is limits and continuity has been added in the syllabus, and also sampling in statistics has been added in the syllabus. When you look at each and every chapter in detail, some minor topics have been introduced. Like if I take the last chapter, index numbers, earlier we did not have BSc, NSc, Sen6 discussion. That has been included now in index numbers chapter. So minor changes have been made. When we look at marks allocation, time value of money, chapter number 4 has been renamed as mathematics of finance. That is the top one priority for you. It comes for 14 marks only. The second top priority will be for central tendency and dispersion. Again, this is for 14 mark. Each of the chapters in logical reasoning come for 4 marks. So I don't see some major changes in marks allocation. I was expecting a little more marks will be added for calculus, but as per the recent student journal left by ICI in May 2024, there has been no change. Calculus still remains for 3 marks, just that now they are stressing more on application of integration and differential calculus, which means how do you apply it on business? That portion you should stress more during your studies time. This is regarding subject number 3. Coming to last subject, business economics. Earlier this subject was known as economics and BCK. That BCK portion has been completely removed. The subject was split into 2 parts. Now it is entire economic subject intact. Some chapters were there in CA intermediate level, some chapters were there in CA foundation level. As per the new scheme, entire economics from CA intermediate has been removed. There is no subject called economics over there, and all the chapters are moved down to CA foundation level. So currently in business economics, there are totally 10 chapters. The most important chapters are chapter number 4, price determination in different markets, and chapter number 6, determination of national income. These two are the major topics, comes for 15 marks each. When we look at other chapters, public finance, money market, international trade, Indian economy have been newly introduced to CA foundation. Even in each of the chapters, some minor addition or deletion of the topics have been made. If I take example of chapter number 2, theory of demand and supply, small topics which were there earlier like demand forecasting, Marshallian approach have been removed from the syllabus. In theory of production and cost, which is chapter number 3, small topics like short run and long run have been introduced in the syllabus. In chapter number 4, price determination in different markets, small topic, game theory, which usually comes in statistics, that game theory in oligopoly has been introduced. So small minor changes have been made. And it's not like entire CA intermediate portion has been brought down to CA foundation. Minor changes have been made even in this. Like in money market international trades, we come across usually concepts like cryptocurrency. Those cryptocurrencies have been added to CA foundation syllabus now. And intra-industry trade, which was not there in CA intermediate, that has been brought down to CA foundation. Public finance mein, how center and states allocate the finance, how budgeting process happens, all these topics have been added. So that is regarding each subject in detail discussion of marks allocation and chapter wise discussion. If I have to discuss overall examination of CA foundation, it comes for total 400 marks. In order to pass an examination, you should score 200 marks. Subject 1 and subject 2 mein, there is some change, no BCR. Subject 4, there is change, no BCK part. In subject 1 and subject 2, they give 15 minutes extra reading time for you, and also it is 3 hours examination. Right now 2 booklets will not be provided. Business law is just one subject. There is negative marking even now in CA foundation examination. Overall CA foundation examination comes for 400 marks, in which in subject 3 and 4, quantitative aptitude economics, there is negative marking. If you give any wrong answer, then you are losing out 1/4 of the marks. So please be careful. If you don't know any answer, leave that question. If you try to attempt and give a wrong answer, only then there will be negative mark. If you do not mark any answer at all, if you don't mark any option using your pencil, then negative marking is not there. For accounts and business law, you have to use black ball pen in the examination, whereas for economics and quantitative aptitude, you should use HB pencil to mark on the OMR sheet. So any circling is using HB pencil, writing work is using black color pen. So these are the points. CA Foundation exams are conducted 3 times in a year. January, earlier it was twice. As of now, it is 3 times in a year in January, May and September months. If you have any other query, you can leave the question on the comment section below and reply to you. All the best for your CA Foundation examination. Do subscribe to my channel for more updates. Thank you.